Good morning. What you up to? I'm looking at an ice machine. Let's see. We got a Scotsman ice machine flashing a status error. I just got here. We got music blaring in the background. This is a location I used to do a bunch of stuff for. They've got an in-house guy who's pretty good. He's taken over most of the things. So just every now and again when he gets in beyond what he's aware of, I get to come back and say, hey, so which is fine by me. All right, well, so we got a max harvest code at the moment. So I'm gonna take this top off so we can open this up, take a look at the evaporator. Pretty simple in complex, or in theory, it's a pretty basic machine. Not that there's not complexity to it. I mean, I couldn't have come up with the idea, but as far as troubleshooting goes, it's not that much of a monster to look at and see. Let's go through the step-by-step of what could be causing a long harvest, see if we see anything, and then we're gonna go ahead and run it through its paces. All right, we'll try and talk louder than the music jamming behind me. So how it basically works, right, is we got a water reservoir, we got a water pump. Water pump pumps water up here. You need a good, clean, solid wall of water coming down, otherwise you'll get this weird, not frozen sheet. There are some terrible options, which it could be as well. We'll see. Oh, that's correct. Careful. This will go sideways quick if this breaks. It makes our sheet of ice. That ice hits this probe, triggers a harvest. Okay, at which point there's a harvest valve that turns around, pumps hot gas into the evaporator, and then there's a pusher right there, which pops it out. And then when it pops out, this, watch the board, I'm gonna open it, boom, see that light up? So the curtain recognizes, the curtain opens, the sheet falls, the curtain closes, that's a harvest, and it restarts the system. I'm gonna clear this and reset it, and I just wanna see what the water system does. So we got, it was running a purge and got the need for a cleaning, for sure. The other thing that can cause long harvests is these grids are pressed into one another, and if they're not flush, right? I've heard you take a credit card and drag it and you don't want to hear, you want it to just be smooth as it goes over the whole face. Oh, it's not gonna run because I took that off. It thinks the bin's full because it doesn't recognize this. Stand by. I'm testing something here. All right, so I want to start a manual harvest, and I want to see if it initiates, if it energizes the solenoid and pushes that rod. Okay, I felt the solenoid just kick for sure. So I know my harvest valve is working. All right, we're gonna run a free cycle. We're just gonna run a free cycle and see what's gonna happen here. So we do have, it's hard for you to see, but we do have a nice steady flow of water over the edge, okay, all the way. This means we should get a good sheet of water over the evaporator. changed. So it says the sump is full, but the water pump stopped. That's no good. Well, that'll be why you're not making ice. You're putting a little bit of ice over it. I was just about to start a video and say, as a matter of observation, we've got nice frozen coming into the evaporator. Listen to it. The water pump just started again. And it's not that the water pump died. The call for the water pump died. There's our float, so now it thinks it's empty. It's not. Very full. That's good. So I know that probe works. Cool. Okay, now it's reading full, so that's good. When I pulled it out, I heard the water pump open and I heard water fill. So, also good. Inside this guy right here, you gotta make sure it stays clean. Took off my left glove so I could feel temperature. Look. Evaporator in, beautiful. Evaporator out, yep. I don't think we got a refrigeration problem. Very weird that hooked up with the water pump. I'm pretty sure the water pump doesn't stop even when it's refilling. No, these aren't the ones I showed you. I'm like, on these a lot of times, no. The Hoshizakis show you, or the Manitowoc show you on the door a chart of during every operation what should be happening. Yeah. Sorry, I know this isn't exciting. Making ice isn't exciting. I wonder if you're just intermittently dropping out the water pump. We haven't had any other issues as far as me watching it run so far. I'm gonna observe it with a harvest, but I ran out to the van to grab my board. This was a board taken off of a perfectly good. The machine worked. It failed mechanically in other ways, so I saved the board. But 4180901 revision D or 180901 revision A, and I've run into this problem before. The problem is this set of sensor wires isn't here on revision A. Everything else would work. Everything else plugs up properly. You've got those connectors, you've got the relays here. Everything's straight, but those sensor wires, which these are the bin switches, or the curtains, temperature probe. No, not temperature probe. I was trying to remember. I went through this at a different location. What were they? It's the curtain and something else. I tried, because I called Scotsman to just find any way to jump it, make it work. Like, how can I cheat the system and make it work? But I couldn't. I had to order the correct board. So if it's the board, no bueno. But we haven't had any issues again with it yet. So maybe this whole conversation's in vain. Let's see what we make. You can end up with a long harvest because the sheet of ice you made is too thin and it won't drop. Which that can be done with just adjusting this. But then you would say, well, why would you have to adjust that? Well, this is the thing. You also have to watch that this wire doesn't ever get pressure on because it moves the sensor. Really want to zip tie it somewhere where it doesn't put any pressure on, but it can be taken off for cleaning. You know, sometimes you'll find after they clean it, it doesn't work right if they've adjusted on accident the thickness probe. Probably getting pretty close. This unit's normally take 12 minutes, 13 minutes to drop a sheet of ice. Okay, I shut it down. It did initiate a harvest, but you can see, sorry, it wasn't ready. I mean, the sheet of ice is no bueno. So there's no way this is gonna drop. The temperature probe doesn't look like it should have been triggered. I'm gonna see if I just have another one of these will replace it rather than trying to clean it and see if that does it, because our distance is good. We shouldn't have gone into a harvest. This sent it into a harvest before it needed to. Yeah, baby. All right, it could also be that the board didn't, you know, it could be a board problem, not a sensor problem. But we're gonna go ahead and set this. We're gonna put the, hang on. We're gonna put this back on, which I'm gonna use 2 hands with because this is cracked and they need to order a replacement of this. For sure. All right, I was on the phone for a hot minute just now with my mentor. And we missed a harvest. It harvested. I'm gonna show it to you again. It harvested, but it was still a little thin. So I adjusted the screw, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me grab the old one. Oh! Okay, that screw right there, and it tells you increase bridge thickness that way. That the further you drive it in, the further it is off of the, and the further the thicker the bridge has to be before it triggers. But it triggered a harvest. Harvest valve open. Hot gas came through, which is nice on this because you can verify it at the inlet of the evaporator. Pusher pushed, and curtain opened and closed. Ice fell, but it wasn't as thick as it really should have been. So, like I said, I put another half a turn on the screw, and we're gonna watch this one harvest. It's gonna be a little process, but so it doesn't say it's in a harvest yet, but the fan just stopped, and that's the first step of the Scotsman going into a harvest. So it's gonna stop the fan, run this, because what it's doing is it's driving up head pressure. It just opened that, bam, it just released that hot head pressure backwards, and you can see it did already. This is hot. Okay, our pusher, you can see, boom, it's ever so slowly, it engages and it puts contact and it just stays. It doesn't just push, it's now just holding steady pressure on it. It is gonna take 60 seconds to drop. So this is gonna be a not exciting part of the video, but welcome to a not exciting part of our life, right? This is why I was on the phone with my mentor. Because I had to sit here for 12 minutes while it made ice. So, I mean, I cleaned up things a little bit. I couldn't clean the water system or do cleaning on this because it was doing its thing. You'll notice that the sheet is complete, the curtain is completely flush with this. That's a harvest.